I use my free cams, I think is what the website people will go to nowadays.
Oh man.
Is that maybe what it is?
You get tokens there. You pay people for stuff there.
I think there are a token. Yes, people use a token.
Is that where Lana Rain's at? Or
I haven't looked for Anal Reigns for a while now. I'm sure that's
doing.
I don't know. Wasn't she making music, or is that a different Lana Rain?
What?
That's a different one. That's
okay.
I think you're thinking of Lana Del Rey.
No. There's
the
Celeste music lady.
Yeah. Because I
there's a Lena Rain and a Lana Rain, I think.
I was looking at my screenshots I'd taken on my Switch the other day, and I screenshotted the credits of Celeste where it said Lena Rain or Lena or whatever her name was.
Yeah, because you had the same confusion I did, which was, wait a second, what's going on here? Because it looks the same.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 199 of the Level Up Show podcast. I am your host, Derek. With me, as always, the number one Raptors fan in the land. It is Ryan. Hello, Ryan.
Oh, I'm trying to get the Lana Rain update going here.
Oh, thank you. The Raptors update is that they won the World Championship last week as we were closing the show.
As half the Warriors died. But
yeah, they had gruesome deaths like Owen Hart.
Still doing J-List stuff, which don't look up J-List.
I won't. I don't know what that means, but I won't do it.
You don't want to know what J-List means. Just don't.
That's good. I won't skip J-List.
Yeah, she's doing some cosplay stuff too. So nothing exciting.
All right, right on.
It's exciting to someone, probably.
I think that's in a different thing where, different site, not YouTube. If you want the exciting something.
Also joining us is the man so bloodstained he had to put his controller down. It is Ralph. Hello, Ralph.
Oh, hi. Yes,
how are you?
I'm very stained.
Do you think
now
Slayer,
that we're here so far away?
Do you think Slayer could do like instead of raining blood, staining blood song? Like, do you think that would have worked for Bloodstained?
Staining. What does staining blood even mean?
It doesn't matter.
There is a Judas Priest song called Bloodstained.
See, perfect. They could have just got that instead.
It was when Rob Halford won the singer. Not to go off on a tangent, but Rob Halford said only a gay man could be the lead singer for Judas Priest.
What?
And the guy who sang for Judas Priest for 2 albums, who, when Halford was gone, was like, I guess I must be gay. I don't know. It was weird.
Rob Halford, always good for something, I suppose.
He is.
Whatever.
Yeah, that's my Judas Priest update.
That's the Judas Priest Minute for this week. Episode 199. We are past E3. We are cruising towards one step closer to the edge. Wheels are about to fall off. Episode 200 is...
said you were about to break.
No. That's copywritten. I can't say that.
No Linkin Park?
No, he's dead. Lord Above, soon. I tell you what, it's crazy to think. Next week, episode 200. Boy, oh boy.
We're not gonna make it.
I posted about. Sure, go ahead.
About your children.
Yep, already the children. I posted something about our 6-year anniversary, and on the Facebooks, and paid to have it. The Facebook bots do their thing, and supposedly, according to Facebook details, 1,700 people interacted with our post, and 20.
They all disliked it.
Yeah, well, we are the most disliked podcast on the internet. In case you didn't know that, last week's episode had a dislike on it, which I thought was funny.
Wait, on YouTube or on
YouTube? Yeah. On YouTube.
Man, who disliked it?
I don't know. It doesn't say.
Doesn't show you.
No.
Probably me.
And then like 25 new people clicked the download link. So there's that. So it's kind of exciting times.
Wonder why.
I don't know.
What got into them?
$15 paid to Facebook all of a sudden made people start clicking our podcast. So
people click the download link or bots click the download
that's what
link?
That's what I don't know.
Who paid for this? This isn't in our budget.
I did. Yeah, I did. I paid
what
for
the
it.
fuck?
I don't know. It's 6 years. It was a big deal. I fucking splurged a little bit. So sue me.
We had to cut the little Caesars out of the budget.
Only for the
Totino's next.
Totino's.
up?
No, Totino's is forever.
Okay.
Little
What about Little
Caesars.
Secrets?
Little Secrets will never die.
Okay, that one's
Never.
free
What the
anyway.
fuck was that? Yeah, that's for true. How's your week been since the last, gentlemen? What have you guys been doing? Anything important?
Nope.
Yeah,
Nothing.
nothing really.
Just protecting the sanctity of the mail. That's about all I have gotten accomplished.
It's been warm recently. Have you guys experienced the heat down there?
It's finally warm here today. It's been raining
Yeah.
forever.
You know, but yeah, it's hot here too. It's supposed to rain tonight though. I doubt it will. Probably will tomorrow.
We packed up the children and we came to Kansas City last weekend. We were there Saturday into Sunday. We saw Wild Peterson. We stayed I don't know, on the south side of Kansas City. We stayed and hung out for a little bit. I bought a couple bottles of bourbon.
In a city or a suburb?
It was just south of the city itself. I don't know that it was an actual suburb.
Was it in Kansas?
What's that?
Was it in Kansas?
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. It might have been
It's
Missouri.
probably in Arkansas if it was south.
Yeah, it might have been. It
Yes.
was probably Texas. Actually.
Arkansas.
If you go
Yeah.
far enough
Texarkana.
south, you'll maybe have little secrets if you go.
Yeah,
Oh man. Hmm.
Yeah.
I've gone plenty south before, and I'm still looking for the secret that's down there. But yeah, we stayed in a hotel. It's definitely a myth. Stayed in a hotel, let the kids swim a little bit, and hung out. Saw Will. It was good. Hung out there for Father's Day and come home. It was a nice little day trip. Went to IKEA and spent some unnecessary money on some random shit at IKEA because who doesn't like that?
If you went, how close is IKEA to where he lives? If it's close, then you went to the suburb.
From where he lives 20 minutes away from where we were staying because we didn't stay with him. He lives somewhere else now. But from where we were staying, it was like 20 minutes away from the hotel.
Because I think I've driven by that IKEA before.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. On your way to work.
No, definitely not on my way to work because I think it's on the Kansas side.
He
Oh,
works
okay.
at the IKEA. We all know it.
I looked for you the other day.
I didn't even I've never been to IKEA and I didn't know like what the big deal was. So then one of my friends who lives on the Kansas side, he told me he'd been there and he actually described what it is. I was like, oh, this is why everybody thinks it's such a big deal to go there because I thought it's just some furniture store. It's like there's plenty of furniture stores. Who cares?
Yeah,
I guess they got food there and
they got
all
weird
this other
Swedish
shit.
food. Weird
all this
Swedish
other
food.
random
Yeah,
shit. Yeah.
I've never been to one either. We drove by the St. Louis one.
it's
Recently.
nifty. I mean, they got a lot of cheap shit that it's real nice. I won't say like cheaply made by any means, but it's inexpensive. Like I bought a stool for the kids for the trampoline that we have. We have one for
Toilet. Yep.
a shitter for the trampoline. We cut a hole in
Y'all
it. put it in
shit
the
in
center.
this toilet.
No, it
We
was,
sick
yeah.
of you.
You got the poop stool, yeah. And
Yeah.
It's like
put
20
your legs in the right spot.
Yeah.
bucks.
It comes out quicker.
$20 for them to be able to actually climb up on the trampoline and stuff like that. So, just Mana bought a couple paring knives that were like $3, and I don't know. It's just weird. It's a
Knives
weird store.
exclusively for pairs.
Yes, PEARs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Love the pears.
But yeah, no, I've never been to
Shout out to the
IKEA.
pair.
I don't plan on going to one. I think the last furniture I bought was online, and they just delivered it to me.
It's nice to just walk through it. It's a nice store. They put everything together real nice. It's fun. It's a nice day trip for when you get to my age. Wait, when you get to be my standing in life where I've got a wife and 3 kids, there's nothing more fun than going to a fucking IKEA.
I remember going to a furniture stores when I was a child, and it was not fun. It was literally out of here.
But definitely more to it than just furniture. Like they have way more than just furniture.
Like, what's it got on Nebraska Furniture Mart?
I mean, again, it's not just furniture, so I wouldn't even compare it to that because Nebraska Furniture Mart's like a homemaker's.
But they sell video games at Nebraska Furniture Mart.
I've never been to a Nebraska Furniture Mart. I guess
I've heard they do. I went to one time. Was there one in Des Moines or like around there?
there was at one
think
point. Yes,
So I don't know if there still is. but-
there's not.
I went
now.
there on Black Friday or something for some reason, and they had DVD players, but no games at that one.
No,
But I'd heard from Cheap Ass Gamer that they had games there.
they've got plants at IKEA. Silverware,
buy a
kid silverware,
plant.
toys, shower curtains, blankets, duvet covers, lights, tons of lights.
Bidet
arts and craft
covers.
stuff. Yeah, bidet covers. Yeah,
So-
right.
Do they have
Looks like-
IKEAs in Colorado?
I think so.
So what kind of plants think they sell in that IKEA?
I would
Mushrooms.
assume. I would
Mushroom
assume
plants.
just the Swedish kind.
No.
Okay.
I don't even know what a Swedish plant is.
I don't know what that is either, but I'm sure it's what it is. Oh boy.
Okay.
All right. Well, why don't we get right into it, Ralph? Do you have any news for us this fine week?
I got a little, but it ain't much.
Not a whole lot going on.
I think I say that every time anyway.
They're all IKEA's closing. Is that part of the news? Or
It is. It
Yeah.
was part of the Anthony Davis trade.
Oh,
Jesus,
God.
what a shit.
I'll-
You want to talk about that real quick? I mean, maybe you don't, but
I don't care.
I really feel like that's a bad trade.
yeah, it's horrible. Like that's what LeBron did to the Lakers are letting LeBron do to
Do
them
the same thing
what
that
he did to the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Yeah.
So if they are ready for LeBron to retire and have that team just be complete garbage,
That's what they're doing.
I mean,
Yeah.
what happens? Well, what happens when LeBron gets injured again? Because he got injured last
know.
year for the first time in ever. So it's
Yeah,
like they're
I know.
fucked. And people are saying they're gonna win they're gonna be a championship contender. Like
I
they'll
don't think so
make
at
the
all.
playoffs probably, but
I mean, I'm glad they kept
We're-
Kyle Kuzma because Kyle Kuzma's good, but boy, they got rid of everybody else.
And I'm not gonna act
Losing
like
Lonzo's
Lonzo-
not a big deal. Yeah.
I'm not gonna act like Lonzo Ball's that great because I don't. He
No.
might be all right
But they
with a
gave up
different
3
team.
first-round picks, which is nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that
and like
was-
Anthony Davis may not even. He doesn't
Not
even
even
have to
resign.
like
He's got
resign.
1 year. You gave him all that shit for 1 fucking year.
You know, it'd be awesome as if he like signed with the Clippers for some
Oh,
reason after
so
that
I
deal.
want him-
with all these
I want him to
fucking Lakers.
leave. I want him to leave the Lakers next year in shambles, and then LeBron just retire.
Well, Anthony Davis is in Space Jam 2 now, so
Oh,
Yeah.
gross. Who cares?
And I think they're doing all this crap because LeBron only has so many years left, so they can't wait. They have to do
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah, so
I
if
just,
they just didn't give a shit about LeBron, they could do something smarter with their picks and players.
and well, they had a good enough like young roster, and they could have done more with it. But man, they just fucking dumped it into the fire.
I mean, at least they didn't give Rondo and Lance Stevenson huge deals again.
Oh, gross.
Or I guess they probably just have 1 year deals.
Now people are talking about maybe getting Kyrie. Like, there's no way.
Kyrie's not going to go. Is JaVale McGee still there? Is he gone?
Oh, God, I don't even
Well,
know.
yeah, last I saw their roster only had like 5 players on the
Yeah,
whole
they have-
roster, and he
there's
wasn't one of
nobody.
them.
Nobody on
I
that team.
didn't even. Maybe it was 6 players. I hadn't heard of 3 of them. I think so. It was probably 6.
They could bring Luke Walton back as a player, coach.
They sure
Yeah.
could,
Yeah.
Trade
and
for
probably
Luke Longley.
Tyronn Lue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Remember when Tyronn Lue helped the Lakers win all them
Title.
rings
Yeah.
Yeah.
as a player?
Where's
Man,
Derek Fisher at? When
As
you
like
need
the
him?
12th man. So,
man, Derek Fisher,
Mhm.
that guy.
What a guy.
he was briefly coaching, wasn't he? I don't know if
I
he's
think he
the
still
coach.
is.
Yeah.
I don't know where, but I
Yeah.
think he still is.
He's probably an assistant somewhere. Who
What a
knows?
dipshit. Anyway,
That's the
your
news.
basketball minute. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about the video game world, Ralph? Tell me about the news in the video game world after E3 is settled.
Well, do you know what loot boxes are?
I've heard of I've heard of a loot box. Yes.
What if
What if I didn't though? Tell me what a loot box is, Ralph.
I don't know what it is. I'm still
Well,
trying to figure it out.
apparently there's multiple definitions of it.
Yeah. What if what if your company used loot box as it were in every way in its definition, but you called it a surprise mechanic instead?
I tried to be buying one of them Kinder eggs.
That is what let's see, who is this guy? EA's Electronic Arts Vice President of Legal, Kerry Hopkins, testified in front of the United Kingdom's Digital Culture, Media, and Sport Committee on
Huh?
immersive and addictive technologies.
You call them surprise boxes?
And I quote, well, first, we don't call them loot boxes. We look at them as surprise mechanics.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what Christmas is, right?
surprise! You got the same shit you bought the last time.
If you go to a store that sells a lot of toys and you do a search for surprise toys, what you'll find is that this is something people enjoy. They enjoy surprises.
Not when it's
But-
the same fucking surprise every time.
And
He's
I mean,
basically trying to compare it to like buying baseball cards or some bullshit like that.
yeah, I mean, he
Yeah.
says Hatchimals and
Yeah.
LOL surprise, wherever the fuck that is. But I mean,
Nah,
I don't
wanna
give
get
a
into those.
I don't give a shit about loot boxes. I just want that to be known. I think they're fine. It's just like
What
I feel
if
like
you got some digital gum with your surprise?
it'd be stale as fuck. Could you break
Yeah.
it on accident?
Yeah.
That's always the best kind of gum
And
stick.
what if it also like got all over your surprise and ruined it?
It's like all this pink powder on my
yeah.
on my Frank Thomas. What the
Yeah.
fuck?
Mhm.
Frank Thomas is out there selling boner juice right now.
That's
Well,
what it's
that makes
called.
sense. Yeah.
The big hurt,
The
Big
big,
Hurt.
selling the big
the
juice.
big drip. Yeah.
Mhm.
Big drip.
Okay, that's about all I got for that story.
All
Just
right.
surprise mechanics.
That's pretty good. All
Mhm.
right, sure.
Well, yeah. He even this tweet said somebody he compared them to Kinder eggs. So there you
Yeah.
go.
I mean, that's
What
when you say the word surprise, that's what comes to mind is a Kinder Egg.
Okay,
But,
I don't know what
don't-
half this stuff
aren't-
is.
Kinder eggs, don't they are a toy in chocolate?
They're like it's half and half. One side's a toy, one side's chocolate.
Yeah, so you're at least getting candy, right? This is like
It's
pure.
guaranteed.
Yeah, this is like,
Yeah,
you're like getting candy and then a toy with your candy. And this is
Right, a surprise with the candy.
you're buying like some digital thing that you don't even really know what the hell it's
Right.
gonna be. Although they do put on some of those loot boxes, they'll say like it's guaranteed to at least have this certain thing in it.
Right.
But so I don't know,
yeah. I don't,
maybe.
I'll be glad when all this surprise mechanic bullshit's over with.
I just don't find a need for it. I mean, I understand that makes people a lot of money, so whatever. But if people are literally having like addictive like tendencies towards this stuff, then there's got to be something done towards that. I would guess.
I mean, I think they're fine. Like I have seen
I don't
loot
care.
boxes for sale all the time, and I've never bought one. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, and if people complain about their kids, like, well, that's what I don't know. Not to go political, but that's like what that Josh Hawley when he had introduced that bill to ban loot boxes in the United States. He was
Right.
saying like they were preying on children. It's like
Pay attention to your kids.
why does your kid like have access to buy this shit? I don't understand.
Attention to your children, and there won't be a problem.
It's like, yeah, it's like they can exist. Like your children aren't gambling, but they can't. They're too young. Whatever. It's not the same.
Right.
Nope. I lost the point on that one. Anybody else have any thoughts on this?
Kids are doing scratch offs. It's no big deal.
Yeah, candy
Surprise.
cigarettes.
Surprise!
of 'em.
Daddy won $10,000 and you get nothing.
True.
Oh shit!
10,000 Microsoft points.
Right? Yeah.
Mm,
Give me all of those. What were the Fallout 76 things called?
canvas
caps.
bags.
Pop caps, soda caps.
Canvas bags are getting sent out for
Yeah.
finally.
I saw
Yeah.
people posting those on Twitter. What a
That's-
nightmare!
I bet they're glad to have those now.
I'm-
Do they have some surprise mechanics inside them? Or no?
You open it up and it has a piece of Todd Howard's soul inside of it.
Yeah.
That's called Fallout 76.
It's,
Yeah,
yeah,
one of
it's
them
the
has
expansion.
one of them has the real version of Fallout 76 in it,
Yeah.
and only that person gets to play the real game.
Right.
Yeah, well, no. Also, I have for you my final piece of news because I
Great.
don't have hardly any news. Dr. Mario World,
Woo!
the newest mobile title from Nintendo, comes out in July.
Yeah, I saw that's up for pre-order or preload or whatever the fuck they call it on
Pre-register. something.
pre-register. Yep, it's up on that for iOS at least.
July
Do you
10th.
really
I think
need
it's
to-
Android also.
Do you need to do that for a phone game? Aren't those
No.
all small enough that they download like
Sure
immediately?
don't.
I think
think-
they just. Oh, go ahead.
They-
Sorry.
I think they just want to see the excitement for people that are out there for this game. So they're like,
Mhm.
pre-register now, so you can see how many people are going to want to play this motherfucking game. I think
Yeah,
it's
and
more of
it'll-
like hey, how much storage or how much server space do I need for this thing?
Yeah, that's probably it. And like it'll when it comes out, it'll like either be like, hey, you can download this now, or
It'll
they'll
make you
just
wait.
do it for you. I don't
Yeah.
know. But I mean, I guess it's to get more people to download it. Also, maybe.
I mean, it's free to play, so it's not like they need to actually do much with it.
Yeah, I think they got to shove those surprise mechanics in there at some point.
Yeah.
It's just a Mario suppository. You just shove it in and hope it comes out the right way.
It's either a turd or vitamins. It's hard to
you,
say.
you just never know until you put it in
Yeah.
your mouth afterwards.
Oh no.
Man, that's not sanitary.
With
Somebody's
Dr.
gotta
Mario,
do
it never is.
Man, I wonder what school he went to.
You don't want to know.
Okay, I don't. Probably in the UK.
Yeah, they call those schoolies over there unis. He went to
The
ASS University. Yeah, he went to the Lou.
Louisville.
Yeah,
The
absolutely.
Lou. Yeah.
Yep. He was in Hotlanta recording some 16-bar drops
Okay. Yeah.
while he passed the bar to be a
16-bit.
doctor.
16-bit bars. Yeah, I got it.
Absolutely, got it.
That's I think that's all the news I got for you.
All right.
Do you know who Kobe White is, Derek?
I don't know who that is now.
He's the Bulls' future, apparently. They
The
picked him.
Bulls' future, huh? Oh, the NBA draft. Okay.
Yeah,
Did Zion go number 1? As if we didn't already know.
yeah, he's on the Pelicans.
Okay.
Has he already been a bust?
Has he already tried to play and lost?
Yeah, he ruptured his Achilles walking.
Okay.
Did they already trade him to the Lakers for 17 first-round picks?
No, they traded him straight up for LeBron. Yeah.
The Pelicans
Yeah.
would be pretty good.
Yeah.
Did
That'd be more of a contender than the Lakers team right now.
did Kevin Durant get drafted right after Zion Williamson?
Yeah, the
Or Williams, I
Raptors,
don't know what his name is.
the Raptors got Durant. Yeah.
Yeah.
They only got Durant's Achilles.
Actually,
Oh, wait.
no, they brought the Sonics back just so they could draft Durant again. So,
That's the other news you didn't talk
Yeah.
about, Ralph, was your MLB news. That is weird.
Oh yeah, Tampa Bay Rays may. Well, they said it wouldn't be till like 2028 or 9 at the earliest.
But why?
I don't. I feel like I'm going to screw some of this up. But so Tampa Bay Rays are having a hard time bringing people to their stadium because nobody wants to watch them, I guess, in Tampa.
what if they changed their name to the Lightning?
Or the Devil Rays, like
And
it
then,
was.
lose in the first round after being so good. Yeah.
Yeah, we've all been there. So they were wanting to build a new stadium, I guess, and nobody wants to fund it. So they're like, well, what if we play some of our games in Montreal, which they want to bring baseball back there, and they got people who want to build a new stadium in Montreal. So they said if that happens, then they'll also have a new stadium built in Tampa.
What?
Like what? How? Why don't they just have the new?
Tampa will only pay for a stadium if Montreal also pays for a stadium.
I feel like I'm missing something. Like they said they wouldn't have to build a dome in Tampa. I guess maybe they're wanting to build a dome now. Maybe they have a dome now. I don't know. I don't understand any of
I
this.
thought Tampa Bay had a dome. I thought Tampa Bay played in a dome already.
They might. So what would you call this team?
The
Just
the Tampa Bay Extra Rays.
The Montreal
Okay.
Expos. No.
Yeah.
The Montreal Devil Expos.
I don't know. It's
Expo Rays.
Bring
Yeah,
back that Expo
X-rays.
logo.
Yeah, the X-rays. There you go. You got it all the way whittled down.
so they said this isn't unprecedented, but it sounds like it is. But
It sure the fuck sounds unprecedented to me.
because the Montreal Expos themselves played like 20 something games in Puerto Rico in 2003. But I don't know why. I don't know. None of this makes any sense. What is baseball?
I don't know. That's
I
why.
wanted to play inside a hurricane. I don't know.
Yeah, freaking unwritten rules. Man, baseball.
Baseball's weird.
Yeah, that's my sports hour for you.
All right. Why don't we slip right into it's going to be a quick episode this week. There's not a whole lot going on after E3. Why don't we talk about what we have been playing as per usual? Ryan, why don't you tell me about the couple things you have been playing this week, sir?
I'm trying to get through The Walking Dead season 2 as quick as I can. Those I don't know. Those games are not very good to replay if you've already played them.
Are you just replaying those because you picked up the final season?
No, I bought that collection like a year ago, and I'm gonna try to get to season 3 because I've never played that. But since those games are all about like looking at like they're all about the story,
They
and
are.
then you make decisions while you do it. So like you can't skip anything, and like I found myself like trying to figure out if I could skip to the next decision point. And you can't do it. Can't do it in those games.
Games for you.
Well, I mean, I've already played it. Like, I don't really care about what's going on now. I just want the decisions for when I go to play season. I want the trophies and the decisions for when I go to do season 3.
Right.
And,
You want a prompt that says, "Have you already played this before?" Yes. What were your decisions then? Just a giant list
Well,
of questions there.
I think they let you do that. I think they let you like make decisions before you play, but I also want the trophies. You have to play the game to get the trophy. Yeah, but I can't just skip to the next decision point.
Sure can't.
But yeah, I mean, parts of it looks okay. Parts of it look really old, and then yeah, they're just not good to play more than once. Kind of unfortunate, but yeah. So maybe I'll get to season 3 if I can survive season 2. I'm on episode 4 right now, so I'm
I feel
pretty.
like season 2 had some good moments though.
Yeah, sort of. They just make Kenny all over. Kenny is just all over the place. Whatever mood they want the episode to take, that's the mood Kenny's gonna have. So they make Kenny really nice and happy, and then like freak out and go crazy. Just I don't know.
Kenny's something else.
Yeah.
Gotta kill
And
Kenny.
then they make Kenny and Clementine seem way closer than they really were in the first season. Yeah. So, and then he says weird stuff about his kid too, like about Duck.
Oh yeah, he does not like Duck.
Yeah, it's a freaking kid. He's talking about.
He
There's
doesn't
an
like.
awkward part where everybody's asleep but him. He's talking about how Duck had a dumb face. So,
Yeah, he does not like his kid.
Ducks have pretty dumb faces.
yeah. So they do some weird stuff with Kenny. I can't remember if he dies at the end of season 2. He probably does.
I feel like he does.
Yeah, but I'm almost there to remember what I forgot because I've already played this season. I remember most of it though. I forgot that Michael Madsen was the voice of Carver.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Michael Madsen's not a very. I don't know how he does so well in Quentin Tarantino movies, but like outside of Quentin Tarantino movies, he's pretty bad. He's not.
He's
very good.
he's uncharismatic as fuck.
Yeah, he reads
He's
every
okay
line
in-
the same.
He's okay in Sin City, but not in that Blood Rain movie. That's for
In
damn
the
sure.
first Sin City or the second one, I can't remember.
I know he's in the first one.
First one,
I don't remember the second one.
I didn't see the second one.
He's not in it much in the first one.
There was
Yeah, but
for a second Sin City after it waited so long.
But yeah, I'm trying to blast through that so I can get to the third. I could have swore the Walking Dead Michonne one was before season 3, but they have it listed in the collections after. But
It was
that was
after.
kind of weird. I thought the Michonne thing was like a holdover until season 3, but
No, I thought it was after.
so I'm not sure what order I'm gonna play that in. I guess I'll probably play it after season 3.
Where does Survival Instinct land in the order?
I think that is in the dumpster, but
So it's like so we haven't gotten there yet.
that one's closer to the movie because I didn't realize this because I never read the comics, but apparently Norman Reedus' character never existed in the comics.
No, yeah,
so-
nope.
which is kind of odd, but I watched some people recently play Survival Instinct though. That game still does not look good
Nope, but it is.
Why were people playing it?
because they like on Eurogamer they have this like oh shit, what's that series called?
Play this shitty
Oh
game.
no, it's called a Late to the Party, and they play. One person plays a game they've never played, and the other person in the video has played it. So, and there's one guy who likes to play shitty games like Ralph. So he's made some people play Rogue Warrior. He's made some people play Ride to Hell. He's made
Nice.
Survival
Is this
Instinct.
your spirit
Oh,
animal?
man.
Ralph? Is this what's happening?
Man, this is my dream.
So not too long ago, he made somebody play Survival Instinct, and the game is looking rough.
It's playable. That's
They finished it.
I've finished it before.
That's bad.
Well, the people who played it. I don't think finished it, but the company at least finished the game.
Oh yeah.
At least I think they did. I don't know.
Well, they didn't have enough time to put credits in. I don't know.
Yeah. Just Norman Reedus. That's all I could get in there.
I don't even think he. What's his name? Michael Rooker. I think his voice is in it.
I think they got the theme song from the movie in there. So they. But
what movie? Is there Walking
Oh
Dead?
no, sorry, the TV show.
Walking Tall. Is that movie?
Yeah.
What movie is he talking about?
I'm in TV show, but yeah. Game of Thrones movie? No. Just kidding. The Game of Thrones theme. They put that in there instead of the Walking Dead theme.
Please no.
No, I like the Game of Thrones song more than the Walking Dead one, but
Oh yeah, no, I mean the song is fine. Don't make a movie.
With Game of Thrones?
No, I don't want a Game of Thrones movie.
They'd be so there's so much content they'd have to do more than one, like Lord of the Rings. What the Lord of the Rings movies were good.
I just don't want more Game of Thrones right now. Like I just want them to leave it alone for now.
If anything, I want more. But
I mean, I do, but not right now. Like I want them to just leave it alone.
They need money though.
They don't. I promise you, they do not.
But they absolutely do. HBO, they always need more money.
No, I don't think so.
You can go tell the HBO people you don't need any more money.
I just came from Game of Thrones.
You guys have made so much money this year. You don't need any more.
More money out of something they don't need to. Just let it die.
Growth needs to go down. Don't worry, nobody panics.
Let it die for a little while. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Just let it die for a little bit.
No. If they want more money.
Greedy bastard.
But then I got Prey. Put Prey in and
took it right back, threw it away.
No, absolutely not. Are you kidding me?
Which Prey?
Well, I have all the Preys. I did not play the 360 Prey. I barely remember how that game plays. So I just remember the beginning at the bar, and there was a bunch of like hole doors, like in Duke Nukem Forever. And there was some walking upside down. I remember that, but I don't remember much from the original 360 Prey. But the Xbox and PS4 Prey and PC Prey, they're pretty good. I guess the original Prey was probably also on PC, but yeah, it's still great.
You finished that originally, right? Like, didn't you play it once already and finish it?
Yeah, I played it on PS4. I got this one because it was $10, and they updated it to be Xbox One X Enhanced. Otherwise, I wouldn't have bought it. But it's still pretty good. I forgot how great the music was. Like anytime you pick up a new weapon or just go into a new area, the music that they play is just incredible. It's still like a very like kind of isolated game. Like I don't know if you played Alien Isolation, but the way that you feel in Alien Isolation, where you feel like you're the only one there, and just a bunch of horrible shit had just happened, and you're just kind of discovering what went down.
I just remember for a little bit that I played a Prey, it felt very creepy walking around that space because it was like definitely massive. Like, hey, a massacre just happened here, and you have no idea what really happened. It's just kind of creepy feeling.
Well, it ends up being even stranger than that the further you go, as to what is actually really happening. But it's actually pretty cool the way they kind of work that all out. The game is difficult in parts. You can save anytime. That's usually how I get through the difficult parts, is just save a shitload. But yeah, it's still pretty cool. Like I don't know what they're gonna do with that, if they're gonna make another one, but hopefully they do, because it's good.
Think it's sold very well?
I don't know. It's hard to tell, because like I'd have to go back and look, because I know there's some games where people just think they didn't sell very well and they actually did all right. Like a lot of people think Resident Evil 6 sold like shit, but it actually is one of the highest selling Resident Evil games.
Both Resident Evil 6 and Alien Isolation come to the Switch soon.
Yeah. But so if I had to guess, Prey probably didn't sell that well, but who knows?
That was my guess, but I had nothing to base that on.
Yeah, I don't either, but just the feeling, because that feels kind of like a game that would be hard to market to people that don't really play video games a lot.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it reviewed well.
It's
I
no
think.
Fortnite. It's no Fortnite.
No.
Nothing is, unfortunately.
Yeah.
What about that Commander Lilith DLC? You picked that. You played through that.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, I did. I finished that. Yeah, it was okay.
Just more Borderlands.
Yeah, it's more Borderlands DLC. Apparently, you can get up to level 80 now. I didn't come anywhere close to that. I didn't even level up once in that. So, but yeah, it was just a lot of the same. I don't know. They didn't have any. I got to hear the new Claptrap voice though.
How does that sound?
Different. You can tell it's not the same guy. But they still try to make it sound the same, but you can tell it's not him. Other than that, though, like there wasn't anything that too special about that. They just kind of introduce you again to all these old characters, and then a couple of new ones. Nothing too special, but they don't have any of the new stuff from Borderlands 3 that wasn't really in the other games, so you don't get to
Definitely.
you don't get to taste any of the new stuff. Yeah.
No thumb drives.
I did not encounter. Well, I did. So apparently, Scooter died. Spoilers.
Yeah, he died in the pre-sequel.
Who the hell,
Yeah.
Scooter? First off,
How the hell could Scooter die in the pre-sequel?
Or wasn't it in the pre-sequel? I thought it was in the pre-sequel. And they went to when they went to space and they chucked him out of space.
What? But that was before 1 and 2.
Oh yeah, wait. They go to space in 1 then? Maybe it was 2. They go into space in 2 trying to get to the Hyperion base. Is that what happened?
Hey, he had to have died in 2. I don't know. Like the best part of the DLC is like you doing stuff to, like basically
Catch a ride.
funeral type thing for or something to memorialize Scooter. That's like the best part.
It must have been
really strange. Is
Oh.
Mad Moxie is Scooter's mom.
I'm sorry. Wait, what?
Mad Moxie is Scooter's mom. Mad Moxie is also the mom of Elle, the large mechanic lady.
Yeah, the big lady.
So you talk to those two and they set up some like thing for Scooter, and Scooter's talking to you on like some old recorded thing, basically something he recorded in case he died, and he wants you to go find all of his porn magazines and give them to his mom. Which she was very excited about that. She was not, but yeah. So like that's the closest thing to the thumb drive. But yeah, but I totally forgot Scooter died. But,
I must be thinking 1 or 2, and must be 2 when they were going to space to maybe the Hyperion base, and maybe he died that way. I don't remember.
I think Sean killed him, but
yeah, that's probably right. Yeah.
But,
they were hanging out together. One of them threw out in space. The other one got his head blown off. It's the whole thing.
Yeah. But yeah, that was probably the best part about the DLC.
Right on.
Tiny Tina is definitely in it.
Sure.
They're pretty much, yeah, they all are. If they lived, they're there.
Like Roland.
Yeah, I forgot Roland died too.
Yeah, he's dead. Spoilers.
Man, all these people, I know who they are.
Yeah.
I know Roland was.
Brick's there, right?
Brick is there. Yeah. I played as Roland in the first one. And then,
I did too.
I did too.
Yeah. Totally forgot he died.
It's currently what I'm playing right now. Actually, is Borderlands 1 for some reason.
That's Brick.
As Roland. I didn't like the idea of Brick like running in and beating people up. I don't know. Just his character, like I don't know. None of his whole gimmick did not seem cool to me. And I'm a turret guy, so I'm like, it seems cool. This guy's got a turret. I'll play as this guy. And so yeah, it's been I don't even know why I started playing Borderlands 1 yesterday. I was just bored, and I was gonna play some Overwatch with my buddy Joey, and then he decided to play Diablo 3, and I'm like, I don't really want to put a game onto my system right now, so that's why I didn't play Days Gone. And so I'm like, fuck it, fine, I'll play some Borderlands. And man, that game is just really easy to get into a rhythm of just playing, because there's like the side quests are so easy to do. It's just you're churning them out left and right. Like it's not really a challenge. And so it's kind of addicting to just be like, oh, clear that one, next one, clear that one, next one, just over and over again. So
yeah.
I really like that.
They'll give you like an impossible one though, because like right now, like Hammerlock gave me something to go kill some enemy that seems like I probably couldn't do unless I was insanely over leveled by myself. Like the enemy's not strong enough to kill me, but it keeps regenerating its health, so it seems like it wants me to kill it with multiple people.
Like I got to the Crimson Lance and I was definitely under leveled for that. And I got to it, I'm like, oh shit, I forgot I got to be kind of over leveled to get in here. And so I went back and started doing more side quests. And I think I'm 32 now. And then now those quests are like trivial. If I wanted to do them, I'm like, oh whatever, I'll just do them anyway. But that game still does look really good, and it is still really fun to play. I'm pretty close to the end, I think, though. I think I have maybe 3 to 4 hours left in that game. But
they keep calling you Vault Hunter.
Yeah, a lot of Vault Hunter words going on. A lot of Patricia Tanis, a lot of that weird lady with the half put on face right now in New Haven.
Yeah, you meet Mad Moxie for a little bit. She doesn't really do too much in the first one.
Yeah, she's not really a big deal in the first one, but people really latched on her real fast. It was the boobs, but I get it. But yeah, Borderlands 1. That's what I've kind of playing right now. What else did I play?
Spectre of Torment.
Oh, I finished I finished that Spectre of Torment DLC. That was really fun. I liked that a lot. Yeah, Shovel Knight Spectre of Torment DLC on the Switch. The structure of that DLC felt really good. There was a good story chunk in there that felt really cool, and I just had a good time playing that. It felt really good. And then I started playing that Plague Knight DLC, and that sucks.
Maybe that's the one I was thinking of, where you
you have to throw a bomb and then use that as like a jumping mechanic, and that fucking blows. At least portably. It might feel better on a controller, but I could not get my hands to do the throw a bomb, jump, like it just didn't feel good. And I'm like, this is not fun for me. Like the platforming doing this fucking sucks. Like I don't want to do this. So I just stopped because I was like, I'm getting irritated because it did not feel fun.
Yeah, I've heard that's the worst one, and I tried it, and I don't know. It just made me want to play regular Shovel Knight.
Yeah, I was just like, I'm just gonna replay actual Shovel Knight because I don't want to play this again. Like this is not fun for me. So I might give it another go, but boy, that Plague Knight DLC is real tough. Like it's just annoying to me. So that is what it is. And then I picked up being on the road, having my Switch with me, being able to play games has been real fun. But I feel like I've kind of as I go to the Switch eShop and go to like, oh, all the top, indie games or top sellers, I've got most of those bought and purchased and played for like portability. So it's like, oh, number 3's number 4, The Messenger, and I'm like, yep, played that. Number 5, Katana Zero. Like I've got all these games that I've already bought and played on the Switch, so I'm like, I don't have any games that I could really buy. And then they had the Shantae games on sale, and I never picked up that one.
About a game about parking trucks.
No,
pizza parking.
Yeah,
no, I almost bought that.
I don't want to play that.
I still might.
I almost picked up My Friend Pedro or whatever that's called, but it was only on pre-order at that time. And I'm like,
what is that? Is that anything related to the movie?
No, it seems like it's a Hotline Miami-ish Devolver Digital style shooter game, but you're taking orders from a banana, I think. I don't know. It seems real weird.
I mean, reviews are out now.
Reviews are okay.
Yeah, I mean, you do like a lot of slow-mo. It almost looks like a side-scrolling Max Payne, except maybe you die easier. I don't really remember Max Payne.
I'm probably going to pick it up, but not when it's $20, so I'm waiting on that. But Shantae and that, which one is it? Half Genie Hero, I think it was the one that got Kickstarted, right?
Probably. I've got the Wii U version.
And so I picked that up. It was $10. They'd also remastered one of the other ones that was $12, but I went with a cheaper one. But started playing Shantae and the Half Genie Hero, and man, that game is the platforming in that game is real good. I like that a lot, actually. It feels good. The music's real good. The story is who gives a shit. But
you whipping your hair back and forth.
I do whip my hair back and forth a lot. Yeah, it's a lot of Willow Smith going on. But yeah, just the upgrades seem smartly done, and I'm very excited to get back to playing more Shantae. But The other game I'm waiting on is a game that Ralph has been playing a little bit, and that's Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. I want to play that game, I do, but I don't want to play it for $35 because I'm a cheap motherfucker, and I want to play it on my Switch, which it does not come out until next week for the Switch. But Ralph, why don't you tell me your experience with Bloodstained so far?
Is there any physical copies, or is it just Switch physical, or
Of what?
for Bloodstained?
I don't know. Why don't you tell me? I'm holding it in my hand right now.
For Switch or for PS4?
PS4.
Look at the screen. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So I can buy a physical Xbox copy. Okay.
Yeah, that's what my dad bought.
Okay.
So yeah, I was just gonna wait for the Switch version to come out the 25th. And I had this fear that the Switch version is gonna run like ass. And
have they not?
I wanted.
You don't want a runny ass, I think. But
Well, it's hard to say.
You don't want a bloodstained ass either, though.
Yeah, probably not. I mean, sometimes those
Well,
go together.
Yeah, that's what Taco John's does to a man. So I don't know. I wanted to play it because
Is that Trader Lay's in that?
Say Taco John's.
Oh gosh. I mean, I helped develop this game, so
Yeah. You started it.
I paid $60 to Kickstarter for this game.
When you paid that money, did you tell them that you really wanted the graphics to be tightened up in certain parts? Or
I tried. I'd like shoot them an email every once in a while, give my opinion.
At level 3.
They did make the art style quite a bit better because I guess they put out a trailer or something several months ago and it looked like shit and people complained about it, so they fixed it. It looks real nice. I'm kind of surprised.
And you're getting your Switch copy in the mail?
Yeah, I got an email saying they're getting ready to ship it. It's like, why did you tell me that?
Just tell me when it's shipped, motherfucker.
Yeah, so my copy's gonna come with a Kickstarter backer exclusive slipcase. Like, I fucking care.
Fucking fancy.
But otherwise, this is gonna be the same as what you could buy in a store. So thanks a lot.
Like, is that different than a cardboard sleeve or
nope? I don't think so.
Sleeve? Okay.
I assume that's what it is. People have them for sale on eBay for a lot of money for some reason.
All of the dollars.
How are you shipping that on eBay? A cardboard sleeve? I can't imagine that's going to hold up very well.
you just put like a couple stamps on the sleeve, and then you just put it in your hang it on your mailbox. This game is really good. I'm really surprised actually because I didn't have a whole lot of hope for it, even though I backed the Kickstarter. It's just like it's taken so long. I just had lost all hope pretty much.
This would be like the first Kickstarter game that's gotten good reviews, right?
I don't know about that. Because, I mean, Shovel Knight was Kickstarted.
Oh, that's true. Shovel Knight was.
And then, like you said, Shantae, and then, Broken Age, of course.
Right on. That's fair. Maybe I'm
wrong. Well, I was going to say Ukulele, but I don't think the reviews were that good.
Did not review well.
Wasteland game that they came out, that they had the trailer for at E3, the second one, I think, was Kickstarted. I actually have a copy of that on Xbox, but I don't know how well that reviewed.
Yeah, I don't really know.
So the game feels good, though, Ralph?
Oh, it feels great. It feels like, I don't know, the music, I could have swore the music was from Symphony of the Night.
Really?
In this one stage, and I'm like, no, it just sounds really similar. I mean, it's really good music. Combat feels just like Symphony of the Night, feels tight. Platforming is good. It's got like some nice, well, I don't know if you call them quality of life stuff or not, but like in Symphony of the Night, you'd like walk up to a door that was locked, and you're just like, all right, this door's locked. I guess I gotta figure out something. But in this, if you find a door that's locked, it'll be like, you need whatever key.
Oh.
Which, like, I don't know what that is, but at least I have like some kind of idea that I can't open it yet.
Once you see that name, then you'll be like, okay, got it.
Yeah.
That's nice.
And then, so I don't remember how Symphony of the Night worked with your sub weapons. Like in old Castlevania games, like you'd whip a candle and like an axe or a dagger or something would fall out.
Right.
And so then you could use that as your sub weapon. which would take up hearts in the old Castlevania games. So in this, you have sub weapons, which take up your magic, which just automatically refills. But to get sub weapons, like from what I could tell, every enemy has a chance to drop their own unique sub weapon.
Okay.
So like I happened to kill this. Well, he's not a skeleton. It's called something different because you can't call the skeleton in this. Who throws bones, and then like it just randomly gave me what they're called shards. So this thing like comes up and stabs me, and it gives me the shard ability, which now I could throw bones, which is cool.
Uh-huh.
So then if I kill a lot of that same enemy, and like if for some reason it randomly gives me more of the same shard, it keeps building up the shard I have to make it more powerful.
Sure. Like upgrading it.
Yeah. And you can also, enemies will drop different crafting items and stuff to where I could craft another upgrade for that same sub weapon shard thing too. So I've got like this one sub weapon up to like level 7 already, and it's pretty damn nice. And it started this other weapon I'm talking about. I don't remember what it's called. I got it from an octopus, but it almost acts like holy water, sort of, from the old games where you just like throw it and it causes a little fire on the ground.
Uh-huh.
Except this one's like water, so it sounds like the opposite. But it's like the same kind of projectile. You just throw it and it hits the ground and it kills people. But the more you upgrade it, the more it'll hit the ground and bounce and like bounce. So basically, it keeps bouncing the more you upgrade it. So that thing will be like bouncing all around, hitting all the enemies. So that's really cool that they got shit like that in there. And you can aim your sub weapon with the right stick, which would have been real nice in old Castlevania games, except there was no right stick.
Right.
But to like aim like a cross or a dagger or something would have been real nice. And in this, you can do stuff like that. It's got guns.
Huh?
I found a blunderbuss.
Does it have a billion guns or no?
It doesn't say that on the box.
Shootout
so
guns.
It's probably got like 3 guns. Is my guess.
Blunderbuss sounds fun.
Yeah, I mean, the guns don't do much damage in this, just like real life. So that's good at least.
No gun hurts anybody.
No,
like Civil War guns where you're probably gonna miss and then take forever to reload.
Right.
Probably. Yeah.
One shot every 30 minutes.
Yeah, it's a slog. I found a whip.
You instead.
Probably. I found a whip and I don't like the whip. I don't like it. It whips weird. I'm sticking with swords.
Right on.
Can your outfit change at all or no?
Yeah, bought a pirate hat. Was wearing that around. I mean, they all have like different attributes and stuff. I mean, yeah, you could get different hat, different like armor. I guess like body or like midsection area. Different scarf, and then you can wear a few accessories. I don't know. I like it a lot. I've only played for like 2 hours, I think. My dad.
For those games, I guess.
We had the Struck Droid put a review out, and
they said like 8.5.
Yeah, they said it'd be like 20 hours.
20 hours. Yeah,
that seems kind of long for those games, is it?
Yeah, because Symphony of the Night you can beat in like 5.
I thought they said 20 hours for 100% completion, though.
Oh, well, that's still
a good chunk of time, though.
I'd say at least 12. Let me see. I'm sure nobody has it up yet.
Don't those kind of games kind of encourage the trying to get
100%?
Yeah, they do. And I mean, like Symphony of the Night, you can get 200%, was like 216% complete, which is fucking weird. So Symphony of the Night, the main story claims on howlongtobeat.com was 8.5 hours. I don't know if I believe that, but I'd say this is at least double. If I had to guess.
I mean, it's still a good chunk of time for what you paid for it. Twice.
Yeah, I mean, I have no regrets about buying it. I'm having so much fun with it.
Good.
If it holds up, like I mean, it's easily
Game of
I
the year.
shouldn't say it. It's too. Well, he's so far.
Too late. I was
Easily.
gonna say I already said it. Too late. You can't take it back now.
I'm not gonna say game of the year, but so
Definitely up
far.
there,
But
yeah.
it's.
Yeah, I mean, you can't rule out Luigi.
Yeah,
I
Luigi's
won't.
coming for that ass,
No, there's a lot of hot shit coming.
No.
That's for sure.
especially for you.
Yeah.
A lot of Switch stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of.
Yeah, I watched some more video of Link's Awakening, and it's looking pretty good. But
Yeah, I pre-ordered the Dreamers version.
I don't know
for
what
some
that
reason.
means.
I don't know. It comes with some book. It was like $10 more. I'm like, I don't know what this is, but
Anybody pre-order Final Fantasy VII after last week?
everybody did.
I don't think so.
No, I didn't
No,
either. I
that
thought
game's
about
already
it.
out.
I really
Yeah.
shit.
I have a copy of it over here.
Oh man,
Yeah.
I bought it years after.
Amazon sent you that early.
Well, some random dude on eBay. But
Oh,
it's probably legit. I don't know. I haven't tried it yet.
His eBay name was Amazon.
I also bought it for like 99 cents on Steam. So,
shit.
uh,
Man.
but
Right on.
Yeah,
Looking good.
Bloodstained,
Looking
real
good.
good.
Ralph, you took it off. You took it off of this list, but I want to hear about it. Tell me about.
Do you even? I played it for like probably an hour the other night for some
I guess-
reason.
longer than I probably. How far did you get?
I don't know.
Did you make it through the intro part before you did you see the Valkyrie?
I mean,
he already erased it from his mind. He has no fucking idea.
I mean, I went through quite a bit of stuff, and I went to some. I met man, like the guy's brother or something, and then some lady came and led me somewhere. I was in some world where you couldn't
Yeah, you made it
attack
further.
or something.
Yeah, you made it
I
further
don't
than
know.
me. Yeah,
Okay,
because
I
I
mean,
think you saw the Valkyrie. You might not remember it, but there's a part where they show you the Valkyrie. So you don't die; it's some other character, and they just show you a Valkyrie come down, and she looks
oh, okay,
terrible.
yeah, I saw
And
that.
like,
I saw
"You look
that.
so beautiful. It's like this looks really ugly.
Yeah, no, I do remember that now. I mean, that game seems playable. I'm sure it's probably not worth playing, but
I like
I
the
mean,
camera
it's
and that. Like,
yeah,
not all over it. But,
yeah. The camera's weird, and I don't
What was
love.
the hook of Two Human back in the day? Like, obviously, I never played it because it was an Xbox game, but like, I don't know.
like space Vikings,
Oh.
sci-fi Vikings.
And people
Yeah.
liked it.
No,
I
Oh,
don't think people liked it. I think I reviewed very poorly. It's not horrible. It's not like
Metacritic has it at a 65. So I mean,
it's not terrible,
Yeah.
but it was very controversial.
yeah. I mean, I think they were trying to set up like a whole
The trilogy.
series. Yeah,
He mentioned it before the first game came out. He was talking about how there's going to be 3 of them, and this was the first one to set up the story.
yeah. I mean, like I did love how the combat, your melee button is the right stick. I don't love that with any game really, where you like
Yeah.
push it forward to swing.
Yeah,
No, I don't know. I mean, you get guns also. It seemed like the guns were pretty powerful. So let's just using guns.
which class did you pick? Do you remember?
Just the standard one, the one that was average at everything or whatever.
Yeah, I probably picked that one when I played it the first time. I picked the Berserker just because it looked weird. So, but I didn't play enough for it to even matter which one I picked. But,
Yeah, I mean, I may not ever play it again, but
did you download it for free even though you bought it?
I don't think so. I need to. I mean, that copy I got is in real nice condition. I bought it for $6 from some Goodwill somewhere on eBay,
fuck it.
and I wasn't sure how I was gonna look, but
Did it have any stickers on it?
no, and it was actually the United States version, so that was nice.
Yeah, it's a very interesting game. Like, I kind of wish they would have made a sequel, but just to see what they would have done different than the first. But
That sequel is called X-Men Destiny. Just so
well, that's bad news then because they didn't do a lot good.
no, they did not.
Man,
what about the R-Type game, Ralph?
This right here, R-Type Dimensions.
Yep.
What do I have this?
That hot business right there.
I got this from Strictly Limited Games. Ordered it months ago, and it finally arrived. I mean, I don't think I'd ever played. I may have played an R-Type game before, but this is R-Type 1 and 2, which this is the arcade versions. So they're just like shmups, I guess, sort of. So like horizontally scrolling shooters,
Right on.
like a Life Force, Gradius.
No Tate mode.
Not that I've seen. No.
Darn. That sucks.
So it has like original graphics from the arcade, or like they redid the visuals at some point, and then you can push some button to go back and forth, which some games do, which is cool. But the remade visuals look like shit. I hate them. I think it was done in like the PS3 360 era when they did that, and like it. I hate that look. I don't know. I much prefer the old look, and like they redid the music too, and like so when you switch back and forth, it goes from old music to new, and vice versa. New music sounded fine, but I like the old stuff. They're fun games. They're just hard.
Right on.
So that's that.
Cool. Anything else you guys been playing, or is that about wrap it up for us?
I don't really want to talk about how I started Breath of the Wild over, so we won't.
Oh no, you gotta get ready for this sequel.
I didn't know it was gonna erase my old save file of like 15 hours, but it did.
Why did it do that? Did it give you any warning, or
not enough? I guess I thought it had multiple save files on it, but it does not seem like it does.
Should have just created another profile on your Switch and done it that way.
Sure, it wasn't your brother using your
thought
Switch
about that.
and just wiping out your save.
That son of a bitch.
Did that ever happen to you when you were kids, where he would wipe out one of your saves, or you do it to him?
No, but back then most games didn't have saves.
That's true.
So that may be why.
Nightmares. Stuff of nightmares.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I don't think I played more Solitarica, but we don't need to talk about that. It's still fun. Yeah, that's it. That's all we've been playing. Ralph, do you want to hear? Well, I put out a Facebook question this week that maybe you guys will get into. Maybe you won't. Not a big deal. But I posted this on the Level Up Show podcast Facebook page, as well as my own personal Facebook page. Maybe you guys will grasp what I'm kind of going for here. I'm not really sure. I just the question popped in my mind a couple days ago, and I threw it out to the Facebook world. So here's what I got for you. So what do you consider to be your game, like quote unquote, like what would you consider to be the game that you either identify the most with or get the most enjoyment out of playing? It's what would you just say, like when you think about like what's my game, like what is the game that I know is just top to bottom, front to back, like that's my fucking game, like I can play that shit all the time. So I'll give you a couple answers here from the Facebook land, and then maybe you guys can weigh in on yourself. So Matt Cosrich pops in. He says Mario Kart 64 or Bond. I presume the Bond game on the 64 as well.
Which the Wii Bond game?
I would hope not the Wii one, but maybe. Alec Dam jumped in here and said NFL Blitz, which
nice.
You know what? Thinking about games that I could play all fucking day that I felt really good playing. Mario Kart 64 is up there. Bond was never my game, but Blitz for sure was. Joe Barber pops in and says it's probably just because his love for football, but Madden has always been his game for as long as he can remember. He buys the new one every year. A lot of midnight releases. It's a game that he can spend hours and not even notice it. Always about that one game that I can beat my friends at. So you got that competitiveness in there, and that kind of struck a chord with me too. Is there's a competitive nature to the question that I guess I didn't really weigh in on. That to me, I was just thinking of like, what's the game that is wholeheartedly me, but then you think about like what is a game that I'm also better than my friends at, and that's kind of an added piece to it, right? Nate Byer, of course, the host of the Pound Town podcast, he popped in and said Tecmo Super Bowl, and then Zach Barber, it's Joe's brother, has said Super Mario Brothers 3 was what was his game. So in the spirit of the question, I want to know what for you guys would you consider to be your quote unquote game? Like what would be the game that you could keep coming back to or that you identify the most with? Give me your definition of what that answer is. Ralph, go ahead and you can start.
Not all at once.
Yeah, no quietness here.
I mean, I guess I originally thought about this as a genre, but if it's actually a game, I mean, if it was a genre, it'd be a Metroidvania.
Sure.
Because like I'll take any of them apparently and just play the shit out of them and love them. But if it was a game, it's probably like Super Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo, or Super Mario World. It's just like at any moment I could just play that and enjoy it.
Right on. Ryan, what about you? What would be your quintessential like game? What is your game?
Well, I thought about it as genre too, and it'd be for me if it was genre, it'd be late '90s, early 2000s survival horror games. But if it's just one game, it'd probably be Resident Evil 2.
Right.
So
I think just as I sat there and pondered the question before I posted it, it was in the spirit of like, if I were to go over to my buddy's house and be like, all right, what do you want to play? Like, what's the game that you're gonna show me? Whether it's a competitiveness or whether it's just, hey, I want to show this game off to you. Like, what is your quintessential game? So it's a little bit different.
If you WCW Nitro, what would you do?
Sure, let's go. I would
close the door and walk out. Or,
no, I would shut the door and be like, "Fuck yes, let's get this done." I would ask for backstage assault, but it's fine. But I like those wrestling games for sure, so I didn't mind at all. I would be fine with it. But I like your bend on the genre part of it. Like I didn't really think about it as a genre question.
Yeah, it's easier to do that way. Like for me, it's like more than one genre, even because there are definitely parts where like also like mid to late '90s where I was playing like those N64 wrestling games and Acclaim ones on PlayStation. That was a pretty big deal for me at that time.
Yeah, me too at the time. Yeah.
Yeah, and then later, like in like the late 2000s, it was more like JRPGs like Persona and stuff like that. So
sure.
I don't know. It's just different parts of my life have been different ones. The one that was mostly consistent is the survival horror one, so that's why I picked that.
Yeah.
I mean, I could pick up and play an arcade sports game.
Yeah.
Forever and always. Also, it doesn't even matter what sport it is.
Yeah. When they said
arcadey.
When Alex said Blitz, I was like, oh yeah, fucking that's perfect. Yeah, I play Blitz all day.
NBA Jam, any of the NBA Jams.
Sure.
Fuck it.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
We got Derek.
I think when I talk about like, I mean, the obvious
Kingdom
answer
Hearts,
for me,
yep.
like the quintessential Derek Vance game is Kingdom Hearts.
3.
Yeah, I mean the quintessential Derek Vance game is Kingdom Hearts 3. Yep. But yeah, thinking backwards and working my way backwards. It was a lot of wrestling games for me like that. Those are the games that I played a shit ton of, whether it was Backstage Assault or WrestleMania 2000 or Raw. I did
Backstage Assault a lot.
Dude, I did. I had it on PlayStation. I played it a fuck ton.
Yeah, I bought that the day it came out.
Yeah, I had so many wrestling games on my PlayStation. It was insane. I played a lot of those, but I mean, that was if I had a buddy come over to my house, like that was it. Like we're gonna play wrestling games, like that's what we were gonna do, and they would be bad at them, and I would beat the shit out of them because I played them all the time.
Did they ask you where the ring was in Backstage Assault?
No, they didn't really. They didn't really question playing these games. They just wanted to play whatever they brought over. So we just played a couple matches and then moved on. But to that point, if you're talking about, earlier in the childhood, like the game that I identified the most with at that point is definitely, like a Super Mario World. Like that is, and I think that's for a lot of people, right? Is Super Mario World is everybody's kind of game. Like everyone knows in their heart of hearts, like they can play that game for hours and forever and ever. Like that is the game, in my opinion.
Yeah, in the early '90s, that was what it was for me when I was really young or whatever.
Yeah, it's just, and it's tough to beat. It's still tough to beat. Like Super Mario 3 is great. I played a little on the Switch online the other day.
Those games are not tough to beat.
They're not tough to beat by any means, but it's just it's tough.
I know what you're saying. Yeah,
yeah.
I was like, what?
No, not tough to beat. Yeah, you know what I mean. The other kind of tough to beat. Like it's just hard. It's hard to fathom finding something that you want to play and can pick up and play at any given moment. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, for me, an identifiable game, like the game that I say is my game is Kingdom Hearts game. But on the flip side, yeah, if you want to talk about when I was younger, it was either a wrestling game or it was Mario. Like that was really it for me. Like I played a shit ton of wrestling games. I grew up being a huge wrestling game nerd, and that was what I played. If it wasn't Kingdom Hearts in my household, it was some kind of fucking fighting wrestling game, and that's what I did. I played a lot of Tekken 2, I guess, but I was never really good at it. I did play a lot of Tekken 2 though. So
Yeah.
All right. Thanks to the Facebook folks for chiming in this week for the random question of the day. I have an email, and then we have surmise the score up. What do you want to do first?
We can do surmise the score because there ain't much happening here.
Okay, right on. Go for it.
Welcome to Surmise the Score, the segment of the show where we try to guess Metacritic scores for games that aren't out yet.
It's very true.
And in this season of the show,
The storied history.
yes, if whoever is closest to the correct Metacritic score gets to remove a game from our top 100 worst games of all time list. Bad news. We have nothing to go over from previous surmisals.
Shit.
Bloodstained Ritual of the Night still does not have a Metacritic score. It has 2 reviews, at least the PS4 version did. It needs 4 to have a Metascore.
What are our scores on that, Ralph? Can you give those to us?
We got Derek 75, Ryan 74, Ralph 78.
I think you might win that one, Ralph. That's the way that it's trending. I think you might be okay.
We'll see. And we also surmise scores for Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled,
Yes.
which comes out to 21st, which
I
is
think-
tomorrow,
yeah, tomorrow,
as of
yeah.
now.
Judgment. We missed Judgment.
I thought about doing Judgment, but when I looked last time, it had 1 review.
Oh, and now it has a lot.
Yeah, and I'm like, I don't know if we should do it if it has 1 review. I guess we
Yeah.
still could have. But yeah,
Well,
we blew it. We misjudged it.
Sorry, we did.
Um,
I'm excited about Judgment.
yeah, I'd like to try it.
I'm gonna pick it up.
So we can surmise scores for Samurai Showdown,
Oh yeah, that comes out.
which I forgot when that comes out. Maybe it's Tuesday. I don't know.
I want to say it's next week sometime. Yeah.
So Samurai Showdown is an SNK published, probably developed. I probably should research this more. Fighting game series has been around since the Neo Geo days and
Samurai first existed.
since they first showed down. I didn't know till recently that Showdown doesn't have a W in it. Well, it has 1 W, but not
Yeah.
2.
SHO.
SHO down. That's weird.
Yeah. Developed by SNK Corporation. In Asia, it was published by SNK. Worldwide, it is being published by Athlon Games.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know
That's-
either.
It's weird.
I think that Showdown spelling is unique to that game.
It is, yes.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah, the series is SHOWODDOWN.
Because
Yeah.
Pokemon
Anyway.
Showdown disagrees.
What about NBA Showdown on the Genesis?
The Showdown's implied in that one. They don't actually spell it.
Okay.
No, I don't know. Well, I have like a Legends of Wrestling Showdown game, but maybe that's not a thing.
Yeah, no, they spelled all that wrong in that game. Samurai Showdown. I'll go first since I'm the biggest Samurai Showdown fan here. I've never played one. I'm gonna go with a 78.
Oh wow. Okay.
Ryan, what you got for us?
I don't know. 80. I can't even picture what these games look like.
80. Dudes with swords, Asian,
Like big swords,
big swords, long.
Oh,
big Asian swords.
big Asian long swords. Yep.
Yeah, BALS.
Yep.
Derek, what you got for us?
73.
73.
I'm gonna go low. I'm gonna shoot low here.
Okay. And finally, we have Super Mario Maker 2,
Oh boy.
which comes out the 28th. Ryan, what do you got for us?
Oh, I wish I remember what the first one got, but I
100.
say 91.
91. Derek.
I'm gonna go with a 94.
94. I'm going to go with an 88.
No.
Great year.
Yeah. I remember it well. No,
Yeah.
I don't.
You should.
That's all I got for us
Okay.
for that.
That was your surmise the score bit, and I've got just one quick email here. And for those of you that don't remember how this works, Ralph used to fly to the moon and get these emails back in the backpack day. But you can email us at the Level Up Show podcast at gmail.com for questions, comments, concerns, or otherwise. This one is titled, Ralph, it's titled Politics.
Uh-oh.
Moon-
Is this
moon-
about that? This is about that corn song from what's that album called? Take a look in the no. See you on the other side.
See you on the other side.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think I've read this email.
the other
It says,
side?
Ralph, it's been a while since we've heard you mention being the mayor of Moon City. Are you still in charge? If not, who got elected after you? Did you guys vote Trump? Thanks for all the laughs. Donald D. Pump, definitely not the president. P.S. The moon is huge.
I thought they blew up the moon. That happened, or did you not blow up the moon before you left? Or
I don't remember. It's been too long. Also, Donald D. Pump also doesn't remember.
I thought it was like if you couldn't be mayor, nobody could be mayor. You just blew up.
Well,
That might happen.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Ralph, give us the update.
well,
Are you still in charge
Donald.
of Moon City?
Yeah, we definitely blew up the moon, and then
Okay.
the
That's
next
the-
day
They blew up the moon.
we blew it up
Uh-huh.
with like the what do you call them, black cat firecrackers.
Yeah.
I need a shitload of those. But
Yeah,
Yeah, we sent a space
You-
shuttle and we
you
lit it and we
ra-
sent it towards the moon.
Uh-huh.
It blew up, and then the next day I was like, oh shit, I kind of like all that cheese we were getting from that moon.
Mhm.
So we
Uh-huh.
sent up a whole bunch of moon pies
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
we shoved it all back together. So
So is like if you take moon cheese and make a grilled cheese sandwich, is that better than regular cheese from Earth?
you tell me. No. Yeah, it is.
So
It-
are you still running Moon City at this point then? Is that what's happening?
I passed on the rights to run Moon City because I lost the election. I
Uh-huh.
passed them on to Warren Moon.
God.
Is he still alive?
He's super not alive, isn't he?
He's alive
Oh,
and
okay.
he's doing weird shit to women, so now he's probably out. But there's always someone else in line.
Just have to pretend like you're not, like you
Okay.
didn't do it, and stand your ground, and then you stay in office, right?
Right.
Well, yeah, he's a Hall of Famer, so
Yeah.
That's what Donald Trump did, right?
Well, no, hold on. We
he's a
don't.
Hall of Famer also. WWE.
Do you know-
Yeah.
Did Moon City vote Trump? Donald D. Pump needs to know.
Well, does that count? Can they vote in our U.S. elections, or
Did you vote mail-in ballots?
Somebody wrote in Trump for Moon City, and we were all like, what? Who is that? The guy from that episode of The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
Yeah.
so Trump?
No.
His administration wants NASA to go to the moon in like 2024, and then he tweeted something about how NASA should stop focusing on going to the moon after his administration has already made them focus on going to the
Well, he's mad because he lost in a landslide
yeah. Okay.
the Moon City
The
job.
Moon City job, yeah. He
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
wanted that Moon City job. Well, thank you, Donald D. Pump, for writing in to the email section.
that job.
Yeah,
Donald, that sounds
Norman Rockwell, didn't he get that job? Or
yeah.
Sam Rockwell.
oh, yeah. I can't remember first names, but yeah.
Norman Rockwell, he
Norman
painted
Rockwell,
that
he's
painting.
Yeah, he did that one painting that one time.
Painting pictures for Satan. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right now.
S. Hayden, yep, that's who it was.
Still not seen the moon.
No, I watched Moon.
Okay.
Yeah, I finally
Oh,
watched Moon.
I forgot about that. And
Spoilers.
Dark of the
I can't
Moon.
remember.
There you go.
Yeah, I don't remember when I finally watched Moon. I mean, you guys had spoiled it like 4 times on the podcast before I finally watched it. But yeah, I watched it here, I think, not maybe a year ago, less than a year ago. It was really good.
Mm-hmm. Kevin
What
Spacey's
about
favorite part.
Yes, all of the
Yeah.
weird Kevin Spacey lines were my favorite part.
Dark of the Moon? Is it better than Moon?
I mean, Dark of the Moon's pretty great. You know, it's probably my favorite Transformers movie. Definitely up there, better than the cartoon. All of it. Dark of the Moon's great.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna assume that's all fact.
That's fucking bullshit. Fuck Dark of the Moon. That was an awful movie. Fucking thing was bullshit.
I mean, all those besides
The
the
first one.
animated. No, man.
I will
We've been
wa-
over this.
But I'll watch that first one and I'm way more entertained to that first one than I am any of the other ones.
I think that's the worst. Well, maybe Revenge of the Fallen's worse.
Revenge
but
of the Fallen. Dark of the Moon's bad. Revenge of the Fallen's real bad.
Gonna make another one.
They made 2 more after that, right?
Yeah, I never saw the last one.
They did.
Last one had Wahlberg, right?
They had 2. The last 2 had Wahlberg in it.
Oh, they had 2 Wahlberg ones.
Yeah, I think so. The last night was the last one, but I thought there was one more after
Age
that.
of Extinction.
Yeah,
I watched that one.
it was okay.
Yeah, he had a sword, didn't he? And
Yeah.
they had the Dinobots in that one. Right?
Dinobots in that one. Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know. I know that you do not, because of the sanctity of the cube, you do not like that first one. But man, that first one's way more entertaining than anything else that they've put out as a Transformers movie.
If I hadn't have loved the original animated movie,
Right.
I don't know.
I
may
get
have
it.
liked that one better.
I know.
But I don't know why I hate the first Transformers movie of the live action, but I can stand the rest of them.
I don't, because the first, I don't even know, because the first one's like truly like the best and most well-made one. And then they're like, oh no, we can just fucking do nothing with this and just fuck around and slap a Transformers name on it and make money.
As long as it's almost 3 hours long, we're gonna do this.
Fuck. Those movies did not need to be that long. We watched Us last night. Finally.
How is it?
You have seen it, Ryan?
No,
it's weird. Weird. It's not scary one bit. Not one bit.
Is it scary that it's not scary?
I really expected it to be at least a little more like unnerving and creepy, like Get Out was, and it wasn't even that. Like it was just kind of like, like I don't know. I didn't really didn't do a whole lot for me. I'll tell you that.
I'd like to check it out.
It's a Redbox
movie.
What's that?
It's better than a Saw movie.
Sure. I mean, it's better than at least the last everything past Saw 3. I'll watch the first 3 Saws.
Okay, I'm with you on that one.
Yeah. But yeah, Us was just like, I don't know, the premise was set up strange, and then the delivery was really weird, and then the character like motivations were, I'm literally like looking at the wife like, why would you do these things? Like no one would do these things in this moment. Like the suspension of disbelief wasn't there, and it didn't hit for me. But it's a Redbox, Ryan, if you want to pick it up. I rented it Tuesday and we watched it last night.
I don't know. I'm starting to think Redbox is dumb. Like,
Finally,
you have to go there.
It's been so long.
So Redbox is okay if you go rent it and then go return it immediately.
Yeah, watch it and then take it back. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm at a point in my life where I don't want to go make a trip just to bring a disc back.
You don't want to be on a time limit.
Yeah, so
a physical time limit.
So if I keep it for 2 days, I pretty much just digitally rented it and then returned it. So I might as well just digitally rent it and watch it for the same price as me having to go pick it up and then return it.
I don't disagree with you.
Yeah, so I'm thinking Redbox should probably just go away. It's not really necessary anymore.
You are trying to kill physical media.
You are part of the problem.
For renting stuff, like why would you need a physical disc for renting?
I don't know.
I don't know. It's something to do.
That's why DV Theaters exists.
Yeah.
There's one Redbox in my town, and I do not want you to fuck this up.
You're gonna fucking ruin it
Do you
for all of us.
actually use it?
I can't believe you fucked me on this. Did we ever talk about that?
I don't know that we
Randy
did. Actually,
Pitchford?
the Randy Pitchford stuff. What a nightmarish dude. We talked about how we didn't like him and how I really got the weird rub on him when he did that press conference, and I was just like, I don't know. And then the you fucked me on this stuff came out after that.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
I mean, what a quotable thing. Can't believe you fucked me on this.
to Game Informer.
It's so stupid because like he did it himself. You said there was no loot boxes, and there's loot boxes or
There's prize
microtransactions. Or
mechanics.
whatever it is. Yeah, whatever the fuck.
Some of that shit that he was getting in trouble for. So did you guys watch any of the Giant Bomb stuff?
Oh yeah, I watched.
Not yet.
Watch that. What's his name? Mike Builder or what's his name?
The guy that filled in for John Vignacchi this year.
Yeah, that story he told about what he did to John Vignacchi. Like I
Oh,
feel like that could be interpreted really poorly.
I was dying.
I can't believe he told that story. Like I would have never told that story.
I don't know how. I really don't. I can't believe that he
Don't
got.
spoil it.
Like, I can't believe Lang got him to tell it.
Yeah, I would not tell that story, especially like that thing that just happened with the Pitchford, where like in the right circumstances it can be interpreted as okay, but it could also be taken way out of context and seen as horrible. So I can't believe he told that story.
I can't believe it. That segment was pretty good. Definitely did not feel as good without Vignacchi. Like it felt weird not having Johnny V there.
Yeah, the best part was when Lang held the pillow up of his face over his face. That's a good part.
Fucking great. I just liked his like when they started turning up his echo part on his microphone. That was pretty good.
Yeah, that was the only segment I watched was that one. I was just looking for the Adam Boys, Dave Lang, but there was no Vignacchi.
Yeah, no Vignacchi works in Nintendo now, so he had to be a good boy.
Yeah.
Gotta stay off camera unless you're unemployed. Did you watch you didn't watch the Phil Spencer interview yet?
No, I don't. Like, I just got no interest in that. Like him sitting there talking to Jeff. Like what? Like there's nothing that's gonna. There's nothing that he's gonna get Phil Spencer to say that's gonna matter. So, because Phil Spencer's the head of.
I don't know. He said that this wasn't the last console that they're gonna make.
Yeah,
He gets slightly candid, like a little more than you would think, I guess. I haven't listened to this one yet, though.
I just enjoy those sit down segments, especially the one-on-ones like that. I just think that works really well.
See, I don't like that. I don't like it how he gets his own, like it's just him. I don't like that either. I'd rather like everybody else is a group of people, and for him, yeah, I don't like that.
I don't know. I like it. I like it a lot.
I like the discussion about Phil Spencer's calendar online and
Yeah, the Outlook thing.
more than the idea of Phil Spencer talking to Jeff.
Way to ground the bit. That was
Yeah.
good. I like that a lot. All right. Well, I think that's going to do it for a pretty slow episode of the Level Up Show podcast.
This is every episode is very slow
Maybe you're right.
and bad.
I know the last two episodes had a lot of thumbs down if you love it.
It's getting good.
After 200, that's when the real stuff's about to go down.
Yeah.
Another episode till the real shit starts going down.
When we start opening kids' toys.
The show taking apart Super Nintendo and regular Nintendo cartridges to see if there's spiders in there. That's my surprise mechanic. What do you guys got planned next week? What are you gonna look into, Ryan? What are you playing next week?
I don't know. This summer is kind of weird because there are games coming out, like Judgment's coming out, but most of these are games that I'm not going to buy until they're like $20, so I'm not going to play Judgment until it's $20. And then other than that, there's really not much coming out. Like I want to get Bloodstained, but it's also 40, and I kind of want to not get that till it's 20. So I've just been playing a bunch of old shit. Like I'll probably keep playing Walking Dead, get to a point where I don't want to skip the cutscenes anymore. And maybe finish Prey, maybe go back to Final Fantasy 13, maybe go back to Ninja Gaiden 2. I don't know.
Clive Barker's Jericho.
No, they did not. I was disappointed when they released the list, and Clive Barker's Jericho was not on the list of the last games that they're doing for Xbox One.
Do you have any of those you can play?
I got all those. I think I have every Siphon Filter. Wait, not Siphon Filter. Splinter Cell, I think.
Oh,
I do have Siphon Filter 1, 2, and 3, I think. But yeah, no.
Did you put them in your Xbox?
Yeah, have you checked it out yet?
I put all my discs in my Xbox.
You put all your siphon filters in just to see
at the same time, just to make sure it can handle it.
4D at once, yeah.
And make sure those discs are still durable.
Okay.
Yeah.
Play some of those games. I'd like to hear about those. I don't know if I've ever played them.
Siphon Filter. So I think those games are hard to play. Like I remember playing the original one as a child and thinking that it was amazing. That if you just held down the stun gun thing, they'd light on fire. I mostly played it at a friend's house, so I didn't actually get to play it much. But I thought it was really cool, so I wanted Siphon Filter 2, and I think I got it for like Easter or something. And it was really difficult to play as a kid, so I didn't play it very much, which I don't know if my parents were aware of that. If they were aware of how much I did not play it, they probably
very angry.
But I have 1, 2, and 3, and I will probably never go back and play them. But I remember people liking them. It's just they were always a little weird. The controls were strange.
Check one out and get back to us next week, even if it's for an hour.
Come
on. Rob can play 2 Human. You can play Siphon Filter.
I feel like if I felt the controls were weird as a child, I can't imagine they aged well. It's just like the Tomb Raider games. I felt those controls were god awful as a child, and I can't imagine they aged well.
I finally picked up that Tomb Raider Go, Lara Croft Go game, which I've been playing a little bit of too. That game's harder than the Hitman one, I feel like.
I don't know if I ever tried those.
I never have.
I like it a lot. The Hitman one is really fun. The Lara Croft one's okay. I feel like the Hitman one worked better.
But if I would have ever so it's kind of like the Resident Evil. So like if I would have ever got the hang of Siphon Filter controls or the hang of Tomb Raider controls, I'd probably be okay with it now, just like I am with Resident Evil. But like you guys never really liked the Resident Evil controls back then. You still hate them now. So,
I played Tomb Raider back then.
Yeah. But did you like the controls, or like did you actually get a hang of it? Or
yeah, I played Tomb Raider like 2 years ago and got the hang of it.
Yeah, so you probably still like it, right?
Well, no, I don't like any of them.
Well, never mind. Do you not like them because of the controls or other reasons?
The controls. I mean, I can get used to get the controls, but it still doesn't mean they're good.
Part of the which one was the one where the butler like relentlessly followed you around?
2, wasn't it?
Yeah, I rented that. I was like, so I like to play scary games, and to me, that fucking butler following you around is the most terrifying thing I've ever played in a video game.
I played that demo. I think it was Tomb Raider 2 demo on the demo disc so much, and that's all I ever did was just lock him in the freezer.
Yeah, because it was horrible. Because I would know. I'd try to get as far away from him as possible.
He would just pop the fuck up.
But I know, like, I'd all of a sudden I'd start hearing the little jingle of him carrying his stupid fucking tray around, and it was just terrible because I didn't know where he was going to show up. And then I'd get out of the water, and he was right there at the top of the pool. It's an asshole.
Mind your butlers.
Why would you need a butler to follow you around all the time?
I don't know.
You never know.
Wish I knew.
Fire that dude.
Just kill him. Just put a bullet in his head. It's fine. Tomb Raider 2 is bullet to the head.
Yeah, they will not let you shoot that butler. I wanted to like make him fall into the pool and then he can't get out of that. No.
Butlers can't swim. We all know.
Not with a tray in their hand. They cannot.
No.
Just like plumbers, they don't wear ties. All right, that's going to do it for this week's edition of Level Up Show podcast. Look out for us next week. We'll be at episode 200. I don't know. We'll try to kick around some ideas of maybe some fun things to do. I've thought about trying to get a couple extra people in here just to kind of bullshit with us, make it a little bit more of a special event. But I don't know. We'll kick around some ideas. I know we're definitely the most creative people on the internet, so we'll figure something out.
Mm-hmm.
We'll
sure.
Kill some butlers on live YouTube, whatever. It's fine.
Like real butlers.
Yeah, sure. We'll find something to do.
Karan Butler.
Yeah, sure. But that's gonna do it.
Isn't there a butler that played for the Royals? Was it Billy?
Yeah, Billy Butler. He sucked ass.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I remember that. All right. For Ryan, for Ralph, I am Derek, slowly multiplying.
She got the young one to wave.
Yeah. Small one's waving. All right. Say level up. We say level up.
Level up.
Nope.
She wants to wave. Does she know how to fist bump?
Oh yeah, she'll fist bump. Fist bump.
Fist bump.
Love your fist bumps.